Here's a list of video games that I have given a 10 out of 10. Now just to preface, there's no game that's perfect. But to me, a 10 out of 10 is a game that has very few flaws, and the highs and positives of that game just triumph over them. But let's look at them. First up, I have Super Mario Galaxy. The freaking easiest 10 out of 10 that I could give. I genuinely find very little wrong with this game. Its atmosphere is a complete beauty. The gameplay is so smooth and crisp. The combinations of different moves that you can do is freaking ridiculous. Each world is completely different from one another. I just absolutely love this game. Next up, I have the original Bioshock. An absolute masterful first-person shooter that balances extremely fun gameplay with an amazing story, and one of the best twists I've ever seen in video games. The world of Rapture is an absolute beauty. And of course, next up I have Bloodborne. Yharnam is still one of the coolest places I've ever been to in video games. I love the gothic world here, and it oozes everywhere from the enemy design, the atmosphere, and the music. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the trick weapons in Bloodborne have yet to be matched in any other Souls game. Of course, Hollow Knight is a 10 out of 10. One of my favorite video games of all time. The hand-drawn animation is absolutely stunning. There is so much different enemy variety here, and each boss is so unique. The world here is so intriguing, and the musical score is just off the freaking charts. This game is absolute peak, and if you have not played it, you must. Of course, I have the first Last of Us as a 10 out of 10. The story and characters in this game is just completely unmatched. I genuinely struggle to put into words how this game makes me feel. Sure, you can call this a simple story, but the character development is so complex. And of course, I have God of War 2018. I feel like it's been common recently to drag on this game, and again, this is one of those games that I admit some of its faults. The lack of sub-bosses, the lack of enemy variety, and even some puzzles that bog down the game's pacing. But to me, the combat is so freaking brutal and satisfying. I love that this whole game is one complete shot. And again, this can be seen as a very simple story that doesn't push any boundaries, but it's the focus on characters in this game that just make me love it so much. This is much more about the journey that they go on and not the destination. This game has some incredible boss fights. I mean, the Baldur fight alone is freaking insane. There's just so much passion and attention to detail here that just cannot go unnoticed.